Oh, did that just happen, Drew?
What?
Your note?
Yes. I mean, I just got a notification for it.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
What did you get a notification for?
What? Where does he hate it?
What?
What?
Dude, I don't know. You're talking about bullshit. Hi, Chris.
Hello, how are you?
Good, dude. How are you?
Hey, chilling, vaping.
Knocking Mike out of fucking out of Instagram lives.
That was not me.
I know, but I'm just gonna keep joking about it because it's so fucking great.
Yeah, completely.
It was Zach that did it. He signed on to taking the shaft.
Yeah, you gotta fucking watch the thing. It is comedic gold.
Can't buy stonks, can't sell drugs, can't do live IGs, can't do shit anymore. Having a rough day. Mike, if you're hearing this, I'm sorry, buddy. Working in 3-degree weather. Right on the fucking Delaware.
Dude, I didn't even think of that.
Robin Hood shut him out. It was like, nah, this guy doesn't deserve any stonks today.
No stonks for you.
No stonks for you.
Drugs anymore. Great content.
What, this? Oh yeah, us just staring at each other?
Yeah.
Well, you want me to start recording? I mean, I'm waiting for you guys are the host.
I'm good to go. Drew?
I don't have a record button, so.
Neither do I.
Guess it's my fault. Whatever.
Hey,
fucking run it.
Listen, you were the one that signed in to your own goddamn account.
So
Actually, are we both James P right now? That's
Yeah, you are.
I just wanna make one thing clear. Now that Zach is hosting, can me and James just ramble on for an hour and a half?
No, it's still going to be you and Zach rambling on for an hour and a half, and Drew and I are just going to sit here quietly.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, that is the BOTA Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is episode 3. I don't know. I probably missed one somewhere, but we're here. We're back.
Yeah, it's 4.
Episode 4. I told you I missed one somewhere. Yep. Thanks for catching that one.
Drew, it's 4.
Thank you.
Gotcha. Drew, it's episode 4.
Oh, all right. I thought it was episode 3. But thanks, James.
Podcast.
So, the BOTA Show.
Cast.
Here we are, ready to roll in with our good old first segment of the BOTA Show. BOTA News, baby. It's coming at you. Zach, take the news. Do the news.
Wait, was that supposed to be your pause for the fucking...
I don't really know. I didn't really hear much intonation to notice when I was going for the news, but...
Wait, hold on. Dude, Zach, we haven't done one of those in a little bit.
Welcome to the BOTA News. My name is Soggy Boy, and I got Drew Daniels here for me. Welcome to the BOTA News.
Welcome to BOTA News.
Let's...
BOTA News. My name's Satch.
This is already off the rails and I love it. Live chat. Why? Oh. I'm learning so much.
I'm glad someone's doing something on the show.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on? Zach?
NFL talk.
Okay.
What? Is anyone else just as confused? I'm gonna fucking edit the dick out of this.
No shit. Welcome to the BOTA News. NFL news. Super Bowl is set. The Chiefs will play Bucks at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. It's the first time a team will play on their home field in the Super Bowl era. Fuck the Bucks.
Fuck the Bucks.
Fuck the Bucks.
Fuck the Chiefs.
Deshaun Watson has officially asked for a trade. Most likely landing spots include the Jets, the 49ers, and apparently the Panthers.
I have something to say to that, though.
This is the news. Keep your fucking opinions to yourself right now.
Well, it adds to the Texans are claiming that that's false and they will not trade Watson. That's news.
No, okay. That brings me to my segment. Little segment section.
Oh boy.
This is atrocious.
Someone else take it.
Oh. Oh.
Hold on. Let's pause the recording. What's going on?
I don't know. Just someone else take it, please.
All right.
Ready, Drew?
Nope. Give me a second. All right.
All right, Drew. I'm gonna when I hit record, I'll give you a 3, 2, 1 and a clap, and then you go after the clap. All right.
Okay. All right, we're good.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
All right. Our next segment on BOTA News here. Is it time for the Houston Texans fans to press the panic button on their crumbling franchise with a GM that, as Chris said, is unwilling to trade a very, very discontent superstar? He wants out. They won't let him out. Is it time to panic?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, as a fan of a formerly crumbling franchise, I can say, yeah, you're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I don't think that you can have a superstar that is the leader of your team that doesn't want to be there anymore. I don't think that works out for anybody. They already got rid of all of his pieces around him, and it's time to commit to that and go full rebuild, Texans. Sorry, but it's time for the panic button.
It's time to smash your establishment with a wrecking ball. Burn the ashes to the ground.
Oppressive establishment.
What's a better way to have your team hate you more than too? Like right when you get a starting job, they're just like, yeah, our leader of the team, nah, you can't leave. I know you hate it here, but you can't leave.
Yeah, real bad look coming into it.
Horrible beginning look.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Not great. Also,
Absolutely.
Can we talk about that hire for a second too? You want to wait for that?
So I've heard mixed things about this. I know his stat record is not good. We'll get into that, but I've heard mixed. There's a lot of mixed feelings about this.
Oh, I've heard nothing but bad. I'm glad you've heard at least something mixed. That's at least somewhat positive, but everything I've heard has been fucking atrocious by this guy.
His stat record's horrible. Let's put it to that, but
And with that, we're going to leave you guys in the dark on that one. Moving on, Lovie Smith is going to be the Bears' new defensive coordinator. Fun stuff in Chicago. About time that they get a new leader of that pretty decent defense over there, so hopefully that brings them up an extra level. Speaking of defensive coordinators, Mike Pettin will no longer be the lead dog in Green Bay for their defense. He is out after 3 years with the team.
Drew, you got to be pumped about that.
I am. I don't know what they're going to do. I hope they go and find someone decent. Our defensive coordinator history has been great. Kept Dom Capers way too long. I'm glad that they got rid of Pettin when they did, because, again, with the history of keeping people past their due, it's nice to see that they're willing to make a change here when clearly it wasn't working.
You're right. You should get Greg Williams.
I don't love Greg Williams. I don't. Too many penalties on Greg Williams' defenses, man.
I mean, too many targetings.
Too many lots of things. Yeah, I don't like Greg Williams as an idea. We'll talk about that another time, though.
Yeah, that's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah. All right. So Someone else want to jump in and take the next news segment?
The NBA?
Yeah.
Or did we talk about Ron Rivera already? I'm really lost.
Oh yes, Ron Rivera. the downsides of not being able to look at the notes. Ron Rivera, Riverboat Ron, cancer-free, baby.
Woo!
Thank goodness, he deserves it. The team deserves it. They played for him this year, gave him a hell of a season, and very good to hear that he is cancer-free.
Yeah, I'm glad they got rid of Dwayne Haskins too, but
yes,
Dude,
cancer-free in more ways than one.
Yeah.
But
So-
yeah, nothing but the best for him. That's awesome news.
Absolutely, great dude.
So Zach, I'm assuming you're still sitting out. I will take NBA for you. The NBA, the Celtics have been on a slide. It's been awful. They've been sitting at 10-7 on the year right now. The Sixers and Lakers continue to kind of push through the East and the West. But right now, Jaylen Brown really seems like the only player that's done anything worthwhile on the Celtics. Jason Tatum's looked a little bit lost, and the rookies haven't been stepping up as much. So for us Celtics fans, it puts a big old fat worry sticker right on the forehead.
Yeah, a core that we thought was going to be one of the best in the league moving forward that is kind of vanished so far this year.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what ends up happening with this. I'm sure they'll bounce back, but it's not a good hole they're digging right now. So
well, hopefully they're saving their best for the playoffs if they can make it that far.
Please God. All right. Jamal Murray has been fined $25,000 for arguably the most blatant groin punch I've seen in a long time. Did you guys see the video of it at all?
Oh, straight nutsack assault,
Yeah.
dude.
I missed the video of it.
I'll try to find it and send it in the chat, Chris, but he like kind of looks like he fake falls and then just bam.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
on his,
uppercut?
way through, like it was kind of like his like it wasn't his fist, right? It was like his like bicep almost. He like like did the WWE move from what I remember. But like on like a drive by and just kind of looked like he was hooking his leg. It was pretty like egregious.
Yeah, it was a straight up assault.
And then another news, still in the East, Colin Sexton. What the fuck is up? The young kid has been, to no one's surprise, balling out. Like hardcore balling out. Right now, he has, in 13 games, he's averaging 25.2 with 4.2 assists on the year. Hitting 51.7 from the field and 47 from fucking three-point range. The dude's killing it. It's insane. Bless the Cavs for continually falling and then getting these players and kind of keeping them at a level and then falling again and then lather, rinse, repeat 3 times over.
Facts.
I guess technically 4 if you want to go in the second triple LeBron, but that's neither here nor there.
Just a cycle.
Just a vicious cycle of getting Cleveland fan hopes up. Cleveland fans. Yeah, that worked. Fuck you. And another great news, the Washington Wizards are hot trash. Their chemistry is gone. There is nothing there. They all seem like they hate each other. Bradley Beal wants out. And the Rockets kind of seem like they won the trade. If I'm going to be honest. I mean, I don't know off the top of my head their record. I will look that up as we record right now. But the Rockets have looked a hell of a lot better.
Yes, they certainly have. I mean, and that just goes to speak to a Houston team that moved its discontent superstar. So,
I wish I could get into basketball more to chime in here. I just can't.
That's fair. I mean, it happens.
I
So-
just can't.
For perspective, the Wizards are currently sitting at 3-11, and the Rockets are. I lost it. I'm a fucking sham. The Rockets are sitting at 8-9, so still not a great record, but I would take an 8-9 over 3-11 any day of the week.
Oh,
No
100%.
question. And like I said, if you look at them play, they are fighting on the court with each other. They're just at each other's throats. No one's happy.
you are
Just
correct.
all around drama.
Washington, and then Bradley Beal wanting out too. This is another big hit. So they lose him. I mean, gosh.
Yeah, and another franchise in disarray.
All right, but I'll kick it back to you or Chris.
Yeah, do you want me to do NHL?
Yeah, if you want to grab that, that's
All right,
perfect.
sure. We're gonna start off with, I can't say his last name right, so bear with me, but AJ Cueta of Bishop Fien, a high school in Massachusetts, suffered a serious injury when he crashed headfirst into the boards the other night. Obviously, as the Massachusetts way, the Bruins, Patriots, and other organizations throughout have reached out and raised a ton of money. He already surpassed his GoFundMe page by like over 100,000,
Well,
just
last
for
I
his
saw, they're
medical expenses.
$400,000 on that.
Is it over 400 now?
Yeah.
Damn, absolutely amazing. But we obviously want to wish him a speedy recovery, and we hope he's back out on the ice to play the game he loves very soon. But just great job by the Bruins, the Patriots, and all the other organizations that have helped out. They've really rallied around him. So
Yeah, you love to see. I mean, you hate to see that for a kid, but you love to see the community getting together to help him out.
yeah,
And not just been
exactly.
the Patriots and like Bruins either. It's been pretty widespread. You've seen
Yeah.
ESPN shared it. Like a bunch of people have been involved in trying to promote this, like GoFundMe and all that for the kid. I love it.
Yeah, the outpouring of support from the community,
Right
the
now-
sports community, the just everybody as a
Mhm.
whole is
Communities
fantastic.
unite and all that shit. It's crazy. Absolutely amazing.
So right now we're looking. They had a $10,000 goal. The current number they're sitting at is 598,292.
Damn.
Yeah, which I'm pumped about. I mean,
Good for them.
10,000 is probably a very conservative guess for what this kid is about to go through for recovery.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So every bit helps, and awesome to see it. You love it. It kind of gives you those good, like, I still have a heart and soul like moments, or feelings. So I'm happy. Not happy he's injured. Happy the
No,
community's
but
together.
it's
I wanna
amazing to see the
reiterate.
communities unite.
Don't take that out of context.
We all know what you mean. I hope.
All right.
Take it away.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on, we're gonna go into division leaders. So right now we got in the North, obviously, Toronto Maple Leafs. They have been slowly killing it. What their record is, I will find out right now.
I can pull that up for you. Keep going.
All right. We
like
got
things we really have had ready, and that's on me. But
what?
We're just a shit show. It's just been a
Dude,
fucking.
I forgot to look it up, and I've been staring at it for 10 minutes.
No,
So
that's
it's
all right.
not
Hi
you.
fans, how are you doing? The Maple Leafs have played 9 games and they're 7-2.
7-2. Very good. We get the East Division with the Capitals, which is obviously the East is very hard this year. So that one's kind of, the Capitals are very good to put it straightforward, but Bruins are on a 4-game win streak, so we'll see if they're pushing up to that.
Also, I wanted to talk shit about the Capitals at the beginning of the year, but like what they've been doing has been working to this point, and it's been crazy. They're in, like Zach's talking about, the division of death, and they've stood out. They've done a great job coming together as a team.
They turned it around very, very quickly.
I mean,
Absolutely.
right, yeah.
And I mean,
there were some problems at the beginning of the season.
that there were. And I mean, that's not to take away from the other teams in that division, and the Bruins, particularly on their 4-game win streak. They've been playing incredibly well so far this year. In a season where they didn't have Pasternak to start, you know, Chara's gone, new leadership, kinda. And they've handled it incredibly well, better than I thought they would. So it makes that division all the harder for all the other teams stuck in it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Moving on to the West, the Golden Knights still in first over there. And the Central, we have the Blue Jackets in first.
The COVID-ridden Golden Knights, by the way.
The COVID.
Are they now?
Yeah, they just missed a series with the Blue Jackets, right?
Was it the Blue Jackets or the Blues? I think it was.
Can't be the Blue Jackets.
Blues.
Has to be the
And the
Blues.
Blues. Yeah, sorry. I do that often.
Well, it's hard this year because everything's interdivision. So hockey's kind of like they only play the same 8 teams, you know?
Well,
But they're not necessarily the same 8 teams that were in their division before.
That's the thing. They changed all the divisions and now it's only interdivision play. It's wild.
you guys are giving me way too much credit for me just attaching to the first part of the fucking name.
It's all good.
But
we make it work.
bringing it back to Boston a little bit, Chara scores his first goal with the Capitals. I don't know if everyone saw that video, but they were hyped for him. And
They were.
I think Zach disconnected, but we're sorry, Zach. I'm sorry, buddy. Hang in there. And what?
Huh?
Oh, I thought you said something. I don't know. I'm deaf. And I already mentioned this. Bruins are on a 4-game win streak, so they're starting to come back up. They're, I believe, last night with the win, they are 6-1-1. I believe 5-1-1, something like that. But they are on the up and coming. So let's hope that they stay that way. I think they look great. David Pasternak's projected to come back tomorrow night, so that's obviously a huge addition for the Bruins. So we'll see what happens. And that is all I have for the NHL.
Fantastic. Let's move over to the MLB. And what I thought was the most interesting piece of MLB news this week, Ken Griffey Jr. has been promoted to a senior advisor person thing to Rob Manfred. So Ken Griffey Jr. about to have a little bit of a say of what goes on in the MLB, and I think that could be fun. He was an innovator of the game, and I think he'll probably come up with some new ideas and stuff to implement and keep the game relevant.
Everyone has to wear backwards hats.
It is a rule that is Uniform Code 101.
Baseball is now grounders only. Only hit ground balls.
Or absolute fucking bombs.
Bomb shots. Yeah, there's no in between.
Or Yabo.
Yabo.
You get to tell the pitcher what pitch you want him to throw. It's like kickball.
But no, I think that's a great addition. Obviously, if you played baseball at any point in your life, you've heard of Ken Griffey Jr. You know, there's leagues named after him. It's just amazing to see, and he's great with the young talent. So,
Chris, you just muted yourself. Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Smash my space bar. Fucking muted.
Are you?
I was fidgeting. I'm going like this, and I hit my space bar. I think it would be a great addition, is what I'm saying. You know, we all know him from our little leagues, and he's going to do a lot with the young talent. I think he'll be a great addition to Rob Manfred.
I agree. I think he's a good addition to that leadership team in the MLB. In other news in baseball, I don't remember because that took longer than I thought it was going to be. Masahiro Tanaka, after 7 years with the Yankees, is shipping back off to Japan to rejoin his original Japanese league team.
Rakuten.
Yes, sure. But it was a good career, solid MLB career here with the Yanks. Put in a lot of good work, held down that rotation for quite a number of years, and it's going to be sad to see him go. It's going to feel a little bit different without him in the league.
I've never actually realized how good his stats actually were. Nothing like jumping off the page, but I'm looking at it right now, and he had a career MLB ERA of 3.74 or 3.74, obviously, over 174 games pitched.
Yeah,
that's a solid rotation pitcher.
He anchored that Yankees rotation for a long time.
I know. Hey,
so
good on you. Now they're overpaying for Garrett Cole. Cheers to you, Yankees fans.
Yeah, that will never change. The Yankees overpaying players like clockwork, baby. In other news, sadder news, it's been a while, but I'm not sure if we've touched on it here on BOTA. Hank Aaron passed away, I think it was a week ago. Another legend lost so far this year. It's been a lot for the sports world to handle. And Hank Aaron is just an icon. It's so sad.
Well, sorry, Chris, I'll say something before I kick to you or whatever. But I mean, the hardest thing about this is like in such a time when, you know, there's such like a weird divide in America, someone who like helped break the color barrier of baseball, like dies. Obviously, no foul play. He was like very old and lived a great life, but it's just very like sad to see at this time
that he doesn't get to see the end result in a unified country at any point. It sucks.
I mean, just an absolute legend. Hammer and Hank, may he rest in peace. It's just another one of those. Back to Ken Griffey Jr. If you played baseball, you knew who Hank Aaron was. The 500 home run club, everything that he brought to the table. He was part of the reason why baseball is the way it is today, and it's just sad to see another one go.
There's a reason that the best hitter in each league every year gets the Hank Aaron Award.
That's
so
true.
his legacy certainly lives on in many, many ways, and he will be missed. Rest in peace, Hank. And then our final piece of baseball news, most recent, Jock Peterson coming to terms with the Cubs. It's another big name free agent off the table. Not one that I necessarily wanted to see on the Red Sox, though I do like Jock Peterson. We don't need another outfielder, but getting kind of scary for Sox fans. These pieces are starting to fall and doing nothing. So
doing a lot.
I mean, they did get Hernandez.
I do like Kike.
Yep.
But James, how do you feel about this, though?
I talked about this earlier in the comments. I think Jock Peterson's had a very not quiet career. If you don't know baseball, he's like, okay, Jock Peterson, who was on the Dodgers, but because of who he was surrounded by, what he did on the field kind of went unnoticed.
Jock Peterson, a serious threat at the plate.
Yeah, Jock Peterson's a phenomenal hitter and a great fielder. So, I think it's a phenomenal pickup for the Cubs. I think the Cubs won out.
I think it's a massive upgrade over Kyle Schwarber, to be honest with you. Losing Kyle Schwarber this year, you bring in Jock Peterson as a replacement, that is a huge upgrade.
That's a fatty upgrade, dude.
So that is a fantastic move for everyone involved, probably. I think Jock's going to flourish there. I think they need some fresh talent, and he can provide that for sure.
Yeah, I want to reiterate, fuck Cincinnati, because he almost moved there in the fucking Mookie trade.
Yeah.
Another loss for you, Reds fans. Another.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for BOTA News. We'll see you next week and in the next segment. Wait, we have more news?
Are you kidding me?
He said BOTA News.
How is this not even in the thing?
Wait, what?
We're not going to talk about no one getting elected to the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah, we should probably talk about that. Yeah, I forgot to put that in there.
I asked him to put it in there. I think.
Anyway. So yeah, no one gets elected to the 2021 Hall of Fame. A roster that included Barry Bonds, Curt Schilling, and I can't think of the other name. Oh, it was Clemens, right? Clemens was the other big name on there. Or at least notorious name.
Could be.
Either way, I think the funniest thing that came out of it, and I talked about this a bit, is Curt Schilling pulled his name from next year. He's like, I only care about what my peers said. And originally I was like, you know what? That's fair. You should only care about what your teammates thought of you, whatever. Then I thought about it longer, and there's no kid growing up, doesn't matter what sport you play, baseball, football, soccer, basketball, who is like, yeah, you know what? I want to win a World Series and I'm going to call it a career. That's it. I want my teammates to remember me. No, you want to be a fucking Hall of Famer. You want to.
And then I'm going to bankrupt the state of Rhode Island.
You want to bankrupt the entire goddamn state of Rhode Island with a video game company. That's the American dream. So I'm going to throw the challenge flag and call bullshit on what Curt Schilling said. I get what he's saying, but like I said, no one grows up thinking yeah, I don't want to be a part of the Hall of Fame. A fucking course you do. You want to be known as one of the best to ever do it.
Mm-hmm. I think he's honestly, I think it's a little temper tantrum where he's this long and he hasn't been voted in and now no one votes for him. He's like, well, fuck you guys. I'm taking my name out. I don't need this.
Chris, so now he's coming up. Temper tantrum? That's never happened before.
Never, ever.
Never, I think that's the likely explanation.
Drew, what are your thoughts with this whole thing?
I think it's wild. I don't know. I think that, like you said, nobody grows up playing a sport saying, oh, one day I'm going to turn down the Hall of Fame. Come on, Curt, you're not that good.
Yeah.
So
if he does, if his name does not get off the ballot, next year is his last year on the ballot, I believe.
He's pulled his name from next year. He's like, I don't want.
He legally can't. I thought.
I don't know.
But
Yeah,
Maybe
point
I don't-
being, it's also a problem to me that the MLB is just like, yeah, there's no one worthy of the Hall of Fame this year. Like, guys, there were 8 ballots, I believe, that were blank. Like,
you know, it has
fucking
everything to do
vote
with the
someone
Steroid
in.
era. It has everything to do with that.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot. It's so much deeper and so much more controversial, and it really is a crazy topic. There's a lot going into what's happening with that Hall of Fame vote. So
It's
I don't know.
crazy.
Baseball
it
writers
is-
in America are fucking dumb. That's my
Yeah.
final statement. I'm
That's
ready to
fair.
come out swinging.
All right. Well, I think that will do it for BOTA News.
No,
Thanks,
Drew, what
everyone,
the
for
fuck? You missed
tuning in.
another thing.
I'll kill you, James.
I didn't have anything. I just
I'll
wanted
kill you, James.
I will end your existence.
So me and Chris will see you next week for BOTA News.
James has one more thing he wants to touch on by himself.
Sport.
Okay. So,
I just dead ass didn't have anything.
speaking of touching yourself, gentlemen, would you consider yourself masters?
Debating? Yes.
I
Good.
hate everything about that fucking transition, but god damn it, did I love it.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. It's time for some master debation.
Woo!
We got a two-pronged question this week, gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the two sides of the Deshaun Watson story. First question being, what is the best landing spot for Deshaun Watson? The second question being, where do we think he'll actually end up?
All right, so is this a best for him from a GM perspective or from his own
From a
career
Deshaun Watson perspective, where
Okay.
would he fit the best? Where would he have the best chance at success?
So, look, I want to say where he would fit with the best, but he already openly spoke about where he wants to go.
No,
Well,
that was
that's
a
fine.
false rumor.
Was it at a false rumor?
Even if he did, that's not the question.
Okay,
The
well, he
question
does
is,
not
where
fit
would
with
he
the
fit
goddamn Jets.
best?
I'm sorry, Mike. He doesn't fit with the Jets.
Exactly. So that's where this question comes in.
So that's one part of the question. Where he would look great in is a Patriots uniform.
Oh my god.
We knew this was coming, James. We did.
No. Look, Chris, I know you want him on the Patriots, but selling the farm for one player and only fixing a small part of what's really wrong with your team doesn't help you in the long term.
We have the cap space.
Okay.
Plus, Amendola was seen in Boston. He might be coming back.
You don't do that. You don't want Danny Amendola back.
Yeah,
Chris,
him
it's
paired
not
with
about
Edelman
the
for 1
cap
year.
space.
Yes.
He's on a team. He's under contract. He's not a free agent. You can't just go sign him. You have to trade for him. You know what they're gonna ask if they even decide to trade him? They're gonna ask for your second-born son. They're gonna ask for Steven Belichick. All right.
Not as a coach, I just want him.
They want to keep him.
They just wanted to follow me around and watch what happens. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. But it's the same sense with Stafford too. It's the same.
Stafford is like twice as old as Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. Oh, I know. But they're still gonna. You're still gonna get a lot of money for him.
78% is good.
There's nothing that has to do with money here. This is a pure trade. When I'm talking about value, I'm talking about
asset management.
Future, yeah, asset management.
Deshaun Watson is not in the cards for the Pats, man. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, because I could be wrong. Drew and I could be wrong, but I agree strongly with Drew.
So, James, where do you think Deshaun Watson would fit?
I actually love the idea of him going to Carolina. I've talked myself into that. I know they're apparently they came out today and said that they're going to be aggressive, and I was like, oh, it'd be weird. Like, I don't know what they'd have to give up. If you can talk about giving up, which I forget where they actually stand, I can look that up and figure it out. But if you can give up a pick, still have a strong wide receiver core with Moore and Robbie Anderson, who's come into his own, and then have Christian McCaffrey on top of that, paired with Deshaun Watson.
Curtis Samuel over there too.
Curtis Samuel. Didn't even fucking think of him. That's what I'm saying. The amount of weapons that they would have to give Deshaun Watson completely solves their offensive struggles.
Dude, Deshaun Watson, Christian McCaffrey combo is
That's what I'm saying.
that's
What?
scary.
There's no way. No way.
That would be
I
that
doubt
be
they would
great.
do a trade and send away Christian McCaffrey because that's just dumb. That's just backwards. You get one, and
They're not the
No.
Texans. Come on.
I know.
So what you're saying is Christian McCaffrey and Deshaun Watson both go to the Patriots? Because I'm in for that.
I hate you. I hate everything about you.
Fuck? No.
I'm just
Wrong.
Jesus. I mean, it doesn't solve anything for the Panthers defensively. That's kind of been their weirdest issue is a speckled defense that's been there and been not there all year. But
I mean, losing Luke Kuechly was kind of rough.
that's a big hit. But if you still have a top 10 pick like Carolina does, sitting at 8, I think I could pry that away. If I was the Texans, I'd want that pick and a couple more players. Even if you had to get rid of DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, or Robbie Anderson in that trade, get rid of one, keep the other 2. You're fine. You're living.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
But Drew, and then where is he actually going to land up? Are we gonna go through, get everyone's picks for who would be the best fit and then where?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, then Drew, take it away.
Not gonna lie to you, James. As much as I would cry and be terrified every year to see it, twice a year, I think that Deshaun Watson would make a real nice fit in Chicago.
He really would.
I think he would be the perfect quarterback for the Bears. With that receiving core that Mitch Trubisky and Nick Foles have just murdered brutally with their horrific quarterback play.
Mm-hmm.
It gives them the extra dimension that Trubisky's too timid to use effectively in his legs. And it gives them a quarterback with a serious football IQ. Man, that would make that offense so dangerous. Darnell Mooney, if he can continue coming into his own in that system, and David Montgomery continuing to develop. They got Allen Robinson on the outside to anchor it. That'd be scary, dog.
Do you see that happening? Do you see that an actual possibility?
I don't think so. I don't think Chicago is that motivated to go and change their quarterback situation that drastically.
Mhm.
I think they've proven that time and time again. But they're missing a real opportunity here, and they could part with picks. They got a good team. They just need a good quarterback.
Yeah.
So
that would
he's
suck.
there.
It would fix arguably their biggest mistake they've ever made.
What about the Colts?
I like that, but I don't think the Colts have the leverage. I think the Colts have such a team that it's kind of balanced properly right now. So throwing it out of whack to go get one guy would kind of be detrimental to what they're building for the future.
Mm-hmm. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I think that the Colts are much in the same boat as the Patriots, I think, except a few steps up the staircase. And I think that they would be in that Stafford boat, that, solid quarterback boat. And they need to go out and draft someone. They need to go out and home grow a quarterback to lead that franchise moving forward. They've been successful many times in the past. Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, they can do it. They can grow quarterbacks in Indianapolis.
You said it.
So I think that's the road that the Colts have to go, is find someone to patch it like they did with Rivers and go and find your guy.
I want to keep hammering this home. They drafted last year one of the best quarterbacks in the draft, one of the quarterbacks that needed work in Jacob Eason, and he's there. And everything I'm reading, everything that's been coming up is they've been quiet, but they liked what they saw in 2020. So what he's doing in practice, what he was able to grow from with Phillip Rivers, I think they sneaky have their quarterback and they're not saying it.
Well, okay. Do you think that they should roll with Eason this year, or do you go and find a guy to let him develop a little bit more.
I think getting someone through free agency would be the best move. I don't think just gambling on him and potentially if he works out, you just wasted cap space. Or you wasted draft capital. I think just wasting that cap space and getting someone in free agency might be more beneficial.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Just cost evaluation on that, cost risk reward, whatever, stocks, economy. Fuck you, Robin Hood.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Just like I said, like you said, if they got the guy, make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't think he's the guy, go find him. That team is a good quarterback away from being super competitive. So, but that's not what we're talking about. Despite how much time we just spent talking about it, let's talk about Deshaun Watson. Let's get to part 2 of our question. Where does this man end up?
When you brought up the Bears, I don't know.
Oh, is he not going to the fucking Patriots anymore, Chris? Oh.
Dude, you know I was kidding about that.
You like my Bears suggestion, huh?
He'd be a great fit. Now, I know we just talked about this, and they don't seem that interested right now. Maybe they open wide up, though. Bears or the Panthers, I think, both of the places you guys brought up. The only other one I can actually see him landing, which I don't like and I don't think will happen, is Jacksonville.
That's a dark horse.
It just because I think they're really struggling right now.
Yeah, but I think they think Trevor Lawrence is the answer to that. Did you forget they had the
very good point. I did forget they had the. Well, let's say to put it. Urban Meyer, he might go unconventional. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
He's gonna trade the number one.
Again, Trevor. The great point that Trevor Lawrence is the number 1 pick, because why would you ever?
You muted yourself again, but I'll go. God damn it. Drew, as much as you would hate seeing Deshaun Watson as a Bear twice a year, I have something that actually might be worse for you. What if he was a 49er?
Because
that is something I think is very likely.
Oh, I don't want that. I don't like that.
Essentially, you look at the 49ers, and they're a reliable quarterback away from being a contender team. They have the receivers. They very clearly have the tight end. They need some running back help, and they have the defense.
Are they giving up on Jimmy Garoppolo already?
I think they are. Jimmy's name has been thrown around, man. I think they've lost faith in Jimmy. Swap quarterback, or get a pick, and fucking.
And to be fair, I've heard talks about Kyle Shanahan being real interested in bringing in a new quarterback. I mean, that quarterback happened to be Aaron Rodgers when he was talking about it. But yeah, looks like San Fran's in the market for a quarterback. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. They'd have to give up a lot. That would be a tough pull to trade with what they got right now. But if they could make that happen, dude, nobody else would be winning the NFC.
To be honest, if either Rodgers or Watson went to, I don't know. I wouldn't like it.
Could you imagine?
I don't support it. I don't support it.
Dude, pair either of those quarterbacks with George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and fucking whoever they end up putting in at running back.
You shut your
variable spinning wheel that is the 49ers backfield.
Shut
dude.
Your mouth.
That's crazy. That is just insane to think about.
I think that gets them a bowl. I'm going to be honest.
I would be very surprised if they weren't able to win a Super Bowl with one of those two quarterbacks and the team they have now. Healthy.
All right, but Drew, let's hear where you think he's going.
It's tough. There are a lot of places that he could. And God, we'll probably get surprised. It'll probably be someone we didn't even think about. But I think the most likely place that he actually ends up going, I think it has to be Carolina. I don't think that they're sold on Bridgewater.
I can almost promise they're not.
I mean, he doesn't get a fair evaluation because he doesn't have their biggest weapon to work with for pretty much the whole year. But he wasn't able to do enough without Christian McCaffrey for him to be the guy going forward. So I think it makes sense for him to go to Carolina, and I do think that that's probably what's going to end up happening if he can get out of Houston. That's the big deal.
If we look at a Deshaun Watson holdout, is that a thing that could potentially be happening? I mean, obviously, potential is always there, but like, what are the odds? What's the actual percentage you'd put on that? If they're like, no, we're not trading you, is he going to hold out?
I'd say like 70-30 that he doesn't.
I don't see him as that player. I'd give it a little bit farther. I'd go 60-40 maybe on doesn't, but.
So you think it's more likely that he does?
I think it's more likely.
No, 60-40 on doesn't.
No, I know, but I said 70-30 on doesn't. So you think it's more likely that he does than I do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris, what would you put it at? 69.
I would do. What did you do, Drew? 70-30?
70-30 that he doesn't.
And you did 60-40?
Your math is getting real good.
Dude, It's getting hard right now. So 35.
No math. Please, for the love of God.
65-35.
Okay.
Take that. But no, if he holds out, I just don't see it again. I don't think he's that player. But at the same time, like, imagine if they do that to him. You kind of almost want to like support him doing it.
Yeah, that's another good question. I think I would.
I don't know. That's something I'd have to decide when the time comes because I truthfully just don't know.
All right, so we're gonna get into some upas. Oh my God, am I having a stroke? Upsetty spaghetti. Drew,
Upset spaghetti.
I don't even have to see what the Jesus Christ, what the question, what the statement is.
It says Drew ...
Drew is upset spaghetti.
Why
are you upset, Drew? Tell us why.
Drew, why are you upset?
Why are you upset?
Man, I thought it was the year. I thought that this was the year they were going to do it. Thought they were going to finally break that NFC Championship stigma. But they came out and played one of the worst games of football I've ever seen. It was just awful from start to finish. Offense to defense, coaching to players, refs, everything. It was all bad. And most of the time, I can sit here and be like, oh, it was the defense. Oh, it was this. It wasn't Aaron Rodgers. No. Aaron Rodgers played a vital role in the fact that the Packers are not playing in the Super Bowl next week.
So it was the Packers that were flat.
It was
not Aaron Rodgers, just the Packers. The pack was flat.
Yeah, yes. The whole team was flat. Let's say that. They had their opportunities, and when you're playing Tom Brady and Tom Brady throws 3 interceptions on 3 drives back to back to back, you need to score more than 6 points. It's a fact. And that mostly falls on Aaron Rodgers. When you're within 10 yards of scoring a touchdown and you have 10 yards of wide open field and you choose not to run the ball, that's on Aaron Rodgers. So I don't know where it went wrong. He was so on point all year. He was making the right reads. He was getting the ball out quick. He was being safe. This Bucs defense must be the most confusing defense that he's ever seen because he has no answers for it. So I don't know. I'm upset that they've failed as a squad. I'm upset that the Packers have failed Aaron Rodgers over his career. I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
Are you spaghetti?
I am the most upset spaghetti that you can get.
Ooh, I like that.
You're a poet and you didn't even know it.
Oh, I know it. Don't you worry.
Tiramisu.
But no, I agree with you. The Packers had the chance there, and all around, there were just chances. And we already talked about the refs, but that's in the past.
Yeah.
It's just a shitty situation. Now, the real question is Aaron Rodgers. What do you do if you're him?
If I'm Aaron Rodgers, I leave. I don't see a reason to stay at this point. It's been made abundantly clear that they have no interest in giving him the tools that he needs to succeed. And I mean, he was fired up last year and he couldn't get it done with that team. I don't see there being a situation unless they go out and say, Aaron, whatever you need, we'll go make. We are gonna go and trade for Julio Jones right now. Like, unless they give him a reason that he cannot deny or refuse to stay, I would walk. I don't think he will. For some reason, he's loyal as shit to that team, and I mean, I respect that. I do, but in the grand scheme of things, he really should go out and do what Brady did and find him a team that can get him to, if not win another Super Bowl or two.
I mean, not to burst your bubble, but Brady did not do that.
Yes, he did. He left
Brady
his team.
picked a random team and said, "What's up, fuckers? You guys want to go to a Super Bowl?"
Yeah, Tom Brady picked a random team that happened to have the best offensive weapons outside of Kansas City. Yeah, it was so random.
I found a dinosaur.
I would not, especially this season, definitely not the best offensive weapons.
Dude, Mike Evans is ridiculous. Chris Godwin had a great year up until the playoffs. Scotty Miller came out of nowhere.
We didn't talk about that on the news. So Scotty Miller thinks he's faster than Tyreek Hill. Claims he's faster than Tyreek Hill. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
Scotty Miller is doing way too much partying in Tampa. Let me tell you that. He is fucked up in the head, my dude. He is not faster than Tyreek Hill.
He is fast.
I just want to touch base real quick with this because there's every, sports broadcast is talking about it. Sports Center was talking about it. ESPN. You guys have the technology to track how fast they are running down the field on every single play. Why are you talking about it when you literally have the ability to see right in front of you what speed he was going? You can
because it's
all
tough
of it right
to compare plays side by side with route running and stuff. They got to race. If he's serious about it, he needs to find a way to get Tyreek to race him. Because I don't think people understand just how fast Tyreek Hill is. That dude is stupid fast.
Oh, amazing. They don't call him the cheetah for nothing.
Right. He makes other fast dudes in the league look slow as shit. So, Scotty, if you have the balls to make that statement, I want to see you and Tyreek out there before game time or after game time of the Super Bowl. Make it happen. Make that the halftime show. Fuck it.
Imagine halftime, ladies and gentlemen. Screw your halftime entertainment. We have Scotty Miller versus Tyreek Hill.
They're just running 40-yard dashes to the fucking weekend, fucking blinding lights. Scotty Miller and Tyreek Hill running sprints. Oh, that would be fucking amazing.
That would be something. I'd pay to see that.
I would too. All right, well, that is enough upsetty spaghetti. Let's get to our tie-up segment of the week. Let's throw some stuff in the old force flex. Let's get her open.
Ripper. Let's do it.
So, James, Chris, first thing from Drew in the force flex. Kevin King.
Oh, continuing off of upsetty spaghetti.
Kevin fucking King.
I don't think anyone deserves it more this week than Kevin King. Because, my God, we would have been better off just sticking a statue of Charles Woodson out there.
That'd be pretty dope.
It would have done the same job, let me tell you, and gotten less pass interference penalties.
You don't know.
But that's okay.
You don't know.
That Charles Woodson statue gets chippy, man.
One person gets caught in that finger of the jersey, and all of a sudden it's another holding call. Just saying.
Just gotta run by it at the right angle, and it's a guaranteed hold. Oh,
Oh,
James,
Jesus.
what you got for the trash bag, my man?
I've got Browns fans this week on the trash bag, actually.
Why are you putting yourself in the trash bag?
Okay, select Browns fans in the trash bag this week. Let me reiterate. Let me fix that one up, actually. I'll reiterate. So there have been so many Browns fans on Twitter posting about how the Browns should go in on the Deshaun Watson trade. I get what you're saying, but you're dumb.
Ooh.
Even Baker Mayfield, my mans, is going around liking them and commenting on them like, wow, you guys are real great, quote unquote, Browns fans. The dude just came off of like a great, I don't know if it was a career year. I'd have to check it. I think his rookie year is still better, but he's coming off of a year that showed that he's a franchise quarterback. Why do you want to fucking sacrifice first round picks, screw our future, which we clearly need defense, for Deshaun Watson when we can make it work with the guy we got?
Not for nothing, and this is probably due to the amount of chances y'all have had with them. But you've hit on some pretty solid first-round picks in the recent past.
Drew, if you have so many, you're gonna fucking hit. You're right. Good point.
Yeah, those percentages are gonna work in your favor at some point.
At some point, you gotta hit. Thanks, Miles.
Miles, Baker, you've done some good things the last couple of years. So
Question mark, Denzel.
True. Absolutely. So I think that you should hold on to the draft stock if you're the Browns. I trust your scouts and keep building that team up from the ground. That is gonna be a nice homegrown squad for the most part.
Yeah.
Don't worry yourself with Deshaun Watson.
No.
Chris.
Quarterback. His name's Baker fucking Mayfield.
All right, my trash bag for the week.
His middle name's actually written.
This one's for Zach. The NFL Department of Safety. Fuck you. You're still in the trash bag because you're shit bags and you coddle to players that make you money.
There we go,
Fuck
Chris.
you.
And
Who the hell do you think you are that you can change concussion protocol around playoff time just so your star player can fucking be in the game? And now he probably has CTE, and 10 years down the road probably won't be able to talk because you got him to go get his little win and go to a Super Bowl to make you some more money. Fuck you, NFL.
33-year-old or 34-year-old fucking Patrick Mahomes just going. Like, he actually formulate a sentence, but it's just weird.
That's when he literally becomes Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, it's full in. I like that image, Chris. That was beautiful. I love it.
It was
It's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen.
There's some spice in those words.
Next on the list, these two go hand in hand. Into the trash bag go Jamal Murray, along with poor Tim Hardaway's nutsack.
Whoa. That's it's unfortunate Hardaway's nutsack made it in there. I feel like he's a bystander. I mean, obviously, actually not a bystander. I guess he's the victim in this case, but
he is. But man, he got hit so hard, you got to toss that. You ain't using that anymore.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, no, I mean, you can't get a lie on that one. That's fuck you, Jamal Murray.
What else we got for the bag? What else was going in the force flicks?
Bill's defense was pretty bad. I guess we could throw that in there.
Gross.
Yeah. Ottawa Senators. I think that was the Zach one. I don't know. I'm good with mine.
Yeah, I'm sticking with safety.
Word. James, you want to close this out?
You want me to close it out?
Do it up.
All right. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the BOTA Show. I got it right this time. I have been joined today by Chris, Drew, and Zach at one point. Zach had to leave for unfortunate purposes, but that's fine. We are here. We're here to entertain you. We're here to be in your ears. We're in your ears. If we're not, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, wherever you really want to. We're going to be on YouTube too. The videos have been phenomenal. Chris is counting now. 35.
35 different things you can find us on.
You can follow us everywhere at BOTA Sports. You should check out Taping the Shaft. Also check out Drunken Disorderly. All great Instagram accounts we run by ourselves with our hands and eyes and brains
And phones and
and
computers.
heart and computers. I'm running out of things. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for listening. You know we love you all. We know we appreciate you all. For Chris, for Drew, I'm James. Stay beautiful.
Stay Yavo.
I knew it, you son of a bitch. I didn't hit yes yet.
Stay Yavo.
Don't make me Zach you. Don't make me do it.
Hey, Alpha.
You're muted. Stay beautiful.
You got Zach.
You got Zach.
Speaking of Zach, what the fuck?
I think he's dealing with some stuff. I was texting him.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Bye, you two.